start Google. Whenever this starts. You good? You ready, Mom?
I'm good.
Hello, I'm Scotty Brown, and I write for The Stallion, and I'm here with the band Sick Puppies, hailing from Australia and Los Angeles. Y'all are hailing from both those places at the same time. That's pretty cool, don't you? So, let's start off. Did you guys enjoy doing your set at the festival today?
Yeah, it was great. A lot of energy. Really good, especially at the start of the day. People aren't as tired as they get later in the day, so it's good playing so
That's good. So we'll start off asking a little bit about your name.
We actually sort of decided on the name because I thought of it when I was on the way up to visit my dad, and he had thought of the same name the same day because he was reading a book called Sick Puppies. So when he suggested it and I'd already thought of it that day, we sort of thought it was a sign.
Yeah, it slides off the tongue line. So Mark, got a question for you. How did you end up getting your position in the band, and did you think that it would blow up to be as successful as the band was?
No, I mean, it was, it was just an ad in the newspaper. Just a lot of bands put ads in classifieds, Craigslist, up in rehearsal rooms and stuff, and they did that same thing when they moved to LA, so I saw the ads in the rehearsal rooms and on the internet, and we eventually hooked up, and it worked out.
So, Silverchair is the influence that pretty much caused you to form together. Rented out of the rehearsal rooms, and we all were arguing in the rehearsal rooms.
Yeah, that's all correct, man.
I'm a homework.
Yeah, you have. That's true. Yeah, thank you.
So, Shim, I got a question for you, and I've been curious about this for a while. How was it like to get your head blown off in a movie?
It didn't feel like much. I didn't really feel it. But it was fun to watch afterwards because all I had to do was run and fall, and then they blew my head off afterwards with CGI.
So, you obviously didn't get too hurt.
No, I was fine. It was fun.
So, Emma, how is it being the chick of the band? Is there, when it comes to getting ready in the morning, is there different processes that, what's it like being the girl of the band?
Yeah, it takes me a little longer to get ready than these two, but other than that, everyone's, I don't know, it's just, we've all been touring together for a long time, so it feels like a family, so it feels very nice. So, apart from just stuff like that, it's not that much of a difference.
So, Connect, new album, how's it treating you guys so far? How's the response?
So far, it's great. Everyone knows the words to all the songs that we're playing live. So that's the best barometer for whether or not it's connecting.
I've noticed that, you guys have had a lot of, your album titles. With albums, you tend to grow, musically and, you experiment with different things. How have you grown as a band since Dressed Up as Life? Or even the early, album that you guys did, Welcome to the Real World. How do you feel that you've grown as a band up to now, Connect, and how have you experimented, more music?
Well, we've definitely grown as players just because we've been playing longer, by virtue of the fact that you're on tour and you sort of learn things from other bands and you talk about stuff, and especially for me with vocals, pretty much everything that I've learned about being a better vocalist is from other singers. Because you sit, you talk about it, and you figure it out, and then you steal tricks and stuff like that. Musically, I think you only get like 10 to 12 chances every album to say something with every song. So if you say something you've already said, it's kind of like a rip-off for the band and the audience. Like, you want to give them what they love, and that's why we always check in at Sick Puppies World Crew, make sure that they're happy with what we're doing. But otherwise, you sort of want to keep evolving. If you're not moving forward, you kind of start to move backwards.
Now, the Sick Puppies World Crew, you guys are the most connected band with your fans. Honestly, in this industry, most bands make it understand you. And, they've come out with several albums, they're not as connected as you guys. I guess that might explain the album title.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's sort of the vibe, the theme of the record in a lot of ways was about how to stay connected to people in your life, to people who are fans of the band, just in general, mostly just as people. I think social media in a lot of ways can cause a disconnect if you don't use it correctly, but if you use it correctly, it inspires more togetherness and connectivity.
So, you know, what's some crazy tour experiences that you guys have had out there? I know I have some.
Not really. Kind of boring.
But
Pretty
what do you
much
guys do
keeping
in the free
ourselves.
time?
We just watch a lot of TV shows.
A lot of movies, a lot of TV shows. Game of Thrones was happening in Europe when we were there. So usually, if it's not some sort of communal watching of that sort of stuff, it's a lot of keeping in touch with home and chilling so we have energy for the show.
So, I gotta ask you a question. How was working on the day? Is there any future acting?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I only worked on the film for, ironically, one day because I only had those two scenes.
That was the most epic though, right?
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks, man. It was worked into the touring schedule, so I bounced out and met up with the band back in New York, and we continued touring. And there's definitely more planned, but nothing that I can confirm right now. But yeah, there'll be more. I'll be putting it up on Twitter and stuff as soon as I know.
So what's the future for the band?
Yeah, more touring. SickPuppies.com. That's where all the tour dates are. Just check out where a show is and come see us, man.
Alright, well, we're gonna wrap this interview up, but the last question I have for you guys, now if you want to say anything to your fans, the most beautiful that you think you can give them, what would it be?
You always have an answer to this.
The most beautiful gift you ever
Well, so many things you could say. I would say, judging by people that come to our shows, the questions they ask us, a lot of times they say a song is helping through something. So I would say the message would be just keep going, whatever it is you're going through. Keep going, there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Alright, well, thanks for your job, guys.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Look forward to seeing more Sick Puppies.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Thank you.
Come on, Carter.